Today we'll see how to apply Compoff Grant application, Compoff Leave application, and how to manage employee week offs if an employee worked for less work duration in a complete week. Okay. Before applying Compoff Grant and Leave application, we need to configure the Compoff rules. To define Compoff rules, we'll go to the attendance, master, and category. In category, we are going to define HR policies like weekly offs and Compoff rules, overtime, work duration settings. We are going to configure these policies in the category. Okay. If you want to add new category, go with the add new category. Or if you have existing categories, then you can modify the existing category. You can edit the category, and in basic settings you can see the weekly off rules, and for single punch what should be the out punch and what punches need to be considered like first punch and last punch or only the first two punches. These settings can be done in the basic settings. Then in prefix and suffix settings you can configure the prefix suffix sandwich rules, and in other attendance settings you can configure the mark weekly off and holiday present. If an employee is present on weekly off, then it will be marked as weekly off and holiday present. Okay, and if you want to mark as weekly off absent and holiday absent, if prefix and suffix conditions are applied, then you need to enable this option like mark weekly off and holiday absent. Okay, in overtime, Compoff or duration setting, according to the formula you can define the overtime formula, and you can also define minimum maximum overtime, and also you can set the round down and round off OT. Okay, and here there is an option like consider weekly off present and holiday present in OT. Or if you are going to enable this option, then you cannot grant or apply for the Compoff applications. You can use only one of the rule, that is Compoff or overtime for a weekly offs. Okay, to define Compoff on weekly offs, then go to the Compoff settings. In Compoff settings, if you are going to enable this ease auto grant Compoff option, then whenever an employee work for weekly off, then automatically the leave will be credited for the Compoff balances. Okay, if you are not going to enable this option, HR needs to apply the Compoff grant application from the admin portal, or employee can apply for the grant application. Then Compoff lapse within. If you are going to mention any value like 20 days or 30 days, then employee must use the Compoff leaves within. He can utilize the Compoff within 30 days. He cannot apply or he cannot utilize the Compoff, earn Compoff after the 30 days. Next, calculate half day Compoff weekly off present or holiday present work duration is less than. If an employee worked less than 480 minutes, then employee can earn half day Compoff. If he worked for more than 480 minutes, then he will earn full day Compoff. In the same way, calculate no Compoff. If an employee worked for less than 240 minutes, then he will not earn any of the Compoff. If employee worked more than 240 minutes and less than 480 minutes, then he will earn half day Compoff. This is for weekly off. If you want to credit Compoff for regular days also, then you can set the below policies like calculate half day Compoff and calculate no Compoff if OT is less than. If employee worked less than 240 minutes, then he will earn half day Compoff on regular days, and calculate no Compoff. Or if OT is less than 60 minutes on regular days, then he will earn no Compoff. Or if it is more than 60 minutes and less than 240 minutes, then he will earn half day Compoff. To earn Compoff on regular days, you must define the overtime formula. Okay, in the overtime settings, if you are going to disable this overtime, or if you are going to set the overtime as not applicable, then he will not get any of the Compoff for regular days. Once the category rules have been defined, then you can save the settings and go to the leave or outdoor management. Then go to the leave or outdoor entries. Here you can go with the Compoff accrual. Here HR can apply for the Compoff grant application through the Compoff accrual option. Here you can grant the Compoff application. Okay, select employee, select the weekly off date on which employee worked. if you are going to enable this approved option, then employee will get the Compoff balances automatically. If you are not going to enable this, until and unless manager is going to approve the entry, employee will not get the Compoff balances. Select employee and create Compoff. Then it has been applied successfully. Now you can see the entry in Compoff accruals. Here you can see the entry which has been applied. Now you can also see the Compoff balances in leave summary. Here filter the employee code, then you can see the Compoff balances. Now we will see employee earned Compoff. Here you can see the Compoff earned date, and as of now taken date is blank because employee not yet taken the leaves against the earned date. Okay. Here the entry has been approved. Now we will apply the Compoff entry. Assign Compoff entry. Select the employee code. Select the present day. It means weekly of present day, and on which day you want to apply and what are the session. If you have earned full day, then you have to apply for the full day. If you have earned half day, then you need to apply for the half day and by selecting the sessions. And select the status. I am going to apply for the 15th October. Applied. Once the Compoff entry got applied, you can see the entries here. Okay. Compoff applied date, from and to date, against what date you have applied, it will be available here. Okay. Then you can check the or employee earned Compoff. Here you can see the Compoff earned date and Compoff leave taken date in a employee earned Compoff itself. Okay, also now you can see the Compoff balances. You can see the Compoff balance, that is 0 because you have taken or you have availed the leave. Okay, now you can also check the report. This is what the Compoff leave applied on 15th October. Okay. This is how to apply for the Compoff grant application and leave application. Now we will see how to manage weekly off if an employee worked less duration in a week. Okay. First we will see the reports. To generate the reports, you can go with the attendance reports and employee code. Here you can generate the daily or monthly report. Select the from and to date. Here you can see the report when employee is present for only 2 days, on 2 regular days and 1 weekly of present or holiday present day. Okay, if you want to mark weekly of as weekly of absent on 5th of October, then you can go with the leave or outdoor entries. Here manage week of option. Here select the employee code and date. You need to select the date for a week. It should be 7 days of gap in between from and to date, and also a weekly off. At least 1 weekly off must be there in between these days. Okay, and mention the minimum days, minimum present days. Like I am going to mention minimum 4 days. If an employee is present for minimum 4 days, then only he can earn the weekly off. Otherwise, he will be marked as weekly off absent. So just mention the days here and create the weekly off as absent. Now weekly off got adjusted. Now you can generate the report once again and check. Also, if you want to check the entries where you have marked weekly off absent, then go to the utilities, attendance override, and filter the date. Here you can see the employee code and date which has been marked as weekly of absent. If you want, you can delete the entries from here. Okay. Now you can generate the reports. daily status report. If you are going to generate the daily status report, you will come to know why you have been marked as weekly of absent. Weekly of absent due to less work in a week. Okay, or in this way you can assign the managed week off. Thank you.